Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Motivational Stylist. So story time with Claire Bear. It is a bit sad and I'm not doing it to find pity or have people feel sorry for me. I just would like this story out there and I would like to help people as well if they've gone through something or they're hurting or they lost their best friend or they lost a family member. Whatever is going on with you, I hope this story inspires you to be okay and to keep living the life that you're supposed to live and to realize there is a purpose here for you. So on that note, namaste and get your tissues ready. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully it's not that sad. So back in 2006, my little sister, who was 4.5 years old, passed away. She got into a car accident and was in the hospital for about 12 days. It was extremely hard on everybody. My father, my stepmother, my baby brother who was in the car with her at the time, even the maids. So we do have maids in Jordan. And one of the girls was in the car as well. It was very tough on her. And I really believe that it hit a lot of people in Amman. Like it hit their hearts. Because such a beautiful little soul just taken in days. I mean, it took a second. And at that point, I didn't really believe there was a God. Like, I didn't know if there was some sort of source out there or, I didn't really believe. And when that happened, it was a bit tough. So I was 17 at the time. She was 4.5. So there was a big difference between us, but we always balanced out each other. So when she was 10 and I would bring myself to 10. So we would meet at this mark and we got along so well. She was literally my best friend. That's all I wanted in my life was a baby sister. I remember when my dad got remarried, that was the first thing. I was like, I'm gonna have a baby sister. I didn't even know that I was going to. And then everything happened, and I got my best friend and she was amazing. She was so smart. But yeah, back to my story time. So I ended up being in high school. It was my last year. My little brother was 2 at the time. And he actually doesn't remember any of it, which is good, but he remembers everyone in the family crying all the time, like his grandma and his mom. So yeah, when I went through that, I started to kind of believe in God, and I started to come to this conclusion that there's a reason why it happened. But it took a really long time. I was a hot mess for a good 3 years. I would cry every day. I would talk about her every day. And it was super tough. So then I ended up not really meeting, we rekindled our friendship, my best friend. And I remember the night my friend was like, come on, let's go see my girlfriend. I was like, no, I hate her. I'm not going anywhere. Again, I had lots of anger going on, lots of issues going on. I had not really found who I was yet and didn't really see a purpose of me in this life. I was just feeling sorry for myself and I was miserable with the rest of the people around me. So it was tough. It was really tough. And I was always someone that was never judgmental on others, but I hated a lot of people. So I was like, no, I'm not going to see her. I don't want to be around her. And then after 10 minutes, I felt bad because he wanted to go see his girlfriend and I was being a bitch. So I ended up being like, all right, let's go see her. And I was like one of the crew, you know, like I was one of the guys. So we pick her up, and she gets in the car. And at first, I'm like totally awkward. I'm like sitting, chest, you know, like my hands are like closed off, and I'm just being this rude person, this rude little girl. And then I started to think, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, people change, people grow. I mean, I just lost my sister not too long ago. Anyways, off topic. So she gets in the car, and like I said, I was like closed off and I wasn't talking. And then after a few minutes, I realized that I need to be nice, that people change. So I looked over at her and I was like, so, how's your mom? And she was like, my mom's good. How's your dad? And I was like, my family's doing okay. I don't know if you heard, but we lost Emma. And she was like, yeah, I did. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. My condolences to you. And I was like, thanks. So how's your brothers? She said they were fine. And from that night on, we literally were inseparable. We went literally 5 years without not seeing each other every single day. Unless like she was like not here, or if I went on vacation to the States, whatever it was, that's the only time that like we were separated. But other than that, we were like stuck to the hip bone. Like wherever I was, she was, and wherever she was, I was, and this was our friendship. So 5 years of an amazing friendship, and we ended up losing touch. She ended up meeting a guy who I was not a fan of. I did not like his energy. And that's one good thing about me, by the way. Like, yeah, I'm stupid when it comes to people because I'm like really trusting and really nice. And, you know, people take advantage and they talk shit and whatever. But like, I have this good judgment on people. Like, I see someone and I feel it, and I'm like, no, this person, there's something going on with this person. There's some shady shit going on over there. I don't know if I want to be a part of that. So we ended up losing touch, and she was still on my Facebook. And someone told me, did I see her Facebook? And they think that she was pregnant. And I was like, what? No. And this was only like a year after. So I ended up getting on her Facebook, and sure enough, she was pregnant. And I was like, oh my gosh, like my best friend, my sister, and like now I have no contact with her because of this jerk. And like he doesn't want her around me. He thinks I'm bad news and whatever. So I ended up texting him, and he never replied. So one night I was out, and I was like, damn it, I want to talk to her. Like, I need to talk to her. So I ended up calling him, and I was like, hi, can you send me her number? And he was like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure. He sends me a blank message. Really? So then I sent a text back, and I was like, listen, if you don't want me to have her number, let me know. Like, build the fucking balls to tell me. Don't just, oh, yeah, and then send me a blank message. Like, no, not okay. So he ends up sending me the number because I made it happen. And I ended up calling her that night. She ended up telling me that she had a baby and to come over and see her. And I was like, I would love to. I miss you so much. It's been hard this year, like without my best friend, you know? And she's like, me too. She's like, I wish you were in the delivery room with me. I was like, yeah, I'm really bummed that I missed that, you know? I was like, I'd probably be the only one calming you in there because I could only see her mom, like, freaking out, like, making her freak out on top of that. Anyways, so go to her house, and again, our friendship rekindles itself, and it's like we lost no time whatsoever. And on no, the end of April, I ended up breaking up with an ex-boyfriend. He was abusive, I was abusive, like the whole relationship was totally toxic. So I ended up breaking up with him, and I was like, I gotta leave. I gotta go to America and just like have a peace of mind, and then I can come back to Jordan and do what I need to do. And so I ended up trying to book a ticket on like May 16th or 15th, and I couldn't get a ticket. And her birthday was May 23rd. So I kept trying, and she was telling me, stay for my birthday. And I was like, honestly, I want to, but I need to leave. Like, I'm not in a good headspace. I'm feeling like super depressed. I'm hurting. Like, there's a lot going on with me. Like, I want to be with my mom right now. I want to be out of Jordan. So I tried to get a ticket, and I couldn't. The only ticket I could get was on the 27th of May. So I ended up spending her birthday here. And I ended up meeting this amazing man who is until now my best friend. And he ended up throwing her a party, a birthday party. And it was her 23rd birthday. It was on the 23rd of May. And we had hot dogs, French fries, bunch of mayonnaise, drinks. It was so much fun. And she actually wasn't going to come because she had a fight with her husband that night. But I was like, come on, we did all of this for you. I don't know what, like, you need to be here. This is your party. It's not my party, it's yours. So she finally ended up coming. And on the 27th of May, I ended up leaving. And on the 5th of June, I got a job offer to be a nanny and to get out of men all completely, like totally. So this was such a blessing. And honestly, like, I was upset at God, like I said, for a good 3 years after my sister had passed. But I realized that there was a God. And I think that if that wouldn't have happened, I would not be where I'm at right now. And the connection that I have with God and the angels and source and the universe. So I'm so blessed for that. And anyways, so on the 6th of June, I get this job offer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my prayers were asked. Like, I wanted to leave Jordan completely. I wasn't happy working at my dad's office. I wasn't happy in my living situation. I was not happy with my entire life and just wanted to leave. And God, or Allah, whatever you call him, or it, or I don't know, brought me this amazing offer. So I was like, I'll take it. I'm ready. I don't care if it's only $500 a month. I want to go. So something kept telling me, like, on the 9th of June, I had settled everything with them. We discussed price. We discussed, like, my hours. We discussed, like, how everything would work. So on the 9th of June, I was like, all right, I'm going to tell my dad today I'm not coming back to Jordan. That's not what happened. Something told me not to say anything. I could not find the courage. So I was like, all right, the next day. So it was every day from the 9th until the 13th of June. I was like, today's the day. I'm going to do it now, today. And I would back out. And I remember sitting on like the 11th and being like, why am I being such a coward? Like, why can't I just call him and be like, hey, I'm not coming home. I got a job offer and I want to take it. So then I realized why I did that. So on the 13th of June, I was like, today's the day. So I sat myself on our tiki bar. We have a tiki bar in Florida. We had a tiki bar in Florida. And I was sitting on there, and it was about 7:30 at night. And I was like, I'm calling my dad at 12. Like, I will not go to bed until I call him and I tell him what is going on in my life and that I'm not coming back. So I'm sitting, and at 8:30 p.m., my best friend's mom calls me. And it's on a Skype call. It's a video Skype call. So I answer, and she's bawling. So I'm like, what's going on, Auntie? Like, why are you crying? Like, I thought maybe something happened. They like went to jail. The baby got taken. I don't know. I had no idea what was going on. Maybe they fought. I don't know, the husband of my best friend. Like, I just started thinking of all sorts of things. So then she told me to come home. And I was like, okay, I'll come home right now, but I need to know why. Why am I coming home? What's going on? And I will never forget. So she was like, Bella's dead. And I remember my reaction. I literally giggled. Like, until this day, I feel bad about it. But I know it was like the shock, because I wasn't expecting that. Like, I already lost one person in my life, and then I got abused. Like, isn't that enough? It's enough. Like, no. So I giggled, and I remember, like, then it hit me, and I just started bawling. So we were both on fucking Skype, bawling our eyes out, not knowing what the heck was going on. I didn't even know what to say to her, and I just remember she told me bye. She had to go, and hung up. And I sat there for about a minute just bawling. And I ran inside, and I started crying to my mom. I broke down. I fell on the ground. My mom literally thought someone was outside trying to kill me. So then we trying to kill me. And then I ended up having to come back to Amman. So I tried to book a ticket from the 13th until the 19th of June, when my ticket was like, that's when I was supposed to leave, 6 days later. So I tried booking a ticket, and nothing was available. And now I know why the reason was, because I would have probably fought with half of the people who came to the funeral or whatever it was. But God was like, you're not supposed to be there right now. You're supposed to be here in America by yourself, dealing with this alone, being with the person who loves you the most and who gave you life. And that's what you're going to do now. So that's what I did. I literally sat online managing like the condolences. By the way, I am Muslim and she's Muslim, and our funerals are much different. They're separated for men and women, and they're 3 days. So you have 3 days of condolences from like 8 until like 6, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, so 3 days of condolences. So I was literally online. Like, I was a crazy person in these 6 days. Like, I don't even know how I made it through. I don't know how I packed my bag. I don't know how I even talked to people, but I'm pretty sure that was God giving me the strength to be okay for her family. And also, I had gone through this before, so like I had to be strong for my family as well during that time. So me being online and like being this like super crazy sane person was totally like, I'm very, very happy with that. Like, I'm so happy God was there for me and gave me the strength to be okay. So literally in those 6 days, I packed my bags. I arranged the condolences for my friend. I told everyone, hey guys, listen, don't bother Auntie right now. She's not in her right mind. If you need to know where to go or what to do, I'll give you a number. You call this lady. She's going to tell you where to go, what to do, how to get there, and don't bother Auntie. So that's what I did for literally 6 days. Like, I took sleeping pills because like I could not sleep. I could not be okay. So I took sleeping pills, and I was literally so like messed up about this whole situation that like I was not even able to sleep on the sleeping pills. So I ended up calling the family that offered me a job, and I was like, hey, my best friend just passed away. Like, I'm not going to be able to come. I have to go home. I have to grieve. I have to see what I I need to do all the steps before I come back and take care of two children. I mean, like, I'm going to be a crazy person if I do that. And of course, the family was so loving, and they were like, Claire, do what you need to do. When you're ready to come, we will book the ticket and bring you back. So I was like, this sounds great. So I ended up coming back to Amman, and within a month, I felt completely nuts. I had lost two people in my life. I just got out of a 3.5 year toxic relationship. Like, so much was happening. And I remember, and it was actually in this room, I remember one day I was driving home and I passed her accident, like where she had the accident. And there was still like, glass and like things on the side of the road. So I knew where it was. So I remember I was driving home and I had this vision to like kill myself in the car. And of course, an angel was with me because I didn't, but I thought about it. And I came home and I literally had a meltdown. And I sat on this bed, dropped down, and just asked God, why is this happening? I don't understand. And I don't think I have the strength right now to make this okay in myself. I feel insane. I feel crazy. I feel bipolar. I feel schizo. Like, I felt all these bad energies, guys. And as I cried and I was asking him, I remember I stopped and I just said, can you please give me the strength to make it through this? Because I can't do it by myself. And guys, I felt a source in this room. And it was such a beautiful, relaxing, calming source. Like telling me it's gonna be okay, Claire. You're here for a purpose and you need to know that. And I will help you get through this. I will give you the strength to be okay. So yeah, guys, so I went to see a psychologist and he told me I needed a month because right now my emotions are everywhere, and with grieving, you're going to be angry, sad, and all sorts of messed up. So I gave myself a month and I ended up going to see him, and he ended up prescribing me antidepressants. And I took those for about 2 weeks and I threw them away because I did not want to be on pills and I did not want to be on something that was going to make me kind of like dependent on it. And then throughout these 6 years, guys, it's been a roller coaster. I literally have been searching for a best friend, like looking for her. And I guess it's like the same thing as people tell you, like, don't search for like a man, it will just come when it's supposed to. So that's kind of been the struggle for me though. Like, my best friend was my confidant, like she was there for me no matter what. Like, she was the person that would be in my face screaming at me if I was doing something wrong. Like, and even if I was doing something wrong, like, she's the person that would like just support it, no matter what. So that has been a bit tough, but again, I think God, source, Allah, the universe is trying to let me know that no matter what, like, I come into this world alone and I go alone. And I believe that if I had not gone through those two situations of losing a loved one, like, the naysayers in my life and the people that like make fun of me for like the way I think and my spiritual way of thinking, and I have these big dreams in my life and I have these big goals that I'm trying to reach, and I know they're gonna come. Like, if I'd never lost my best friend or my sister, I would have thought that I would have let these naysayers really get to me. And this is where it makes me stronger. Like, I feel like I'm such a strong person after these events. I feel so blessed to have been given that opportunity, even though it's something bad that happened in my life. It really opened my mind to different things. And I just feel extremely lucky. And guys, I hope you enjoyed my story time today. Let me know if you've been through anything, or if I can help you with anything, or if there's like a meditation you'd like to listen to. By the way, I've got this amazing motivational video that I found, and I think you guys will like it. It is called The Lone Wolf. There we go. Okay. Amazing. It is something that will make you cry if you're going through anything, or if you feel like you're completely freaking alone in this world. It is for you. It is amazing. It will uplift you. Guys, again, thank you. I feel so blessed to have all of my viewers out there. Comment, subscribe, like my video, and I'll see you guys next Monday.